And so we're making stretch bracelets, which are so super simple. And so this is what you will get in your kit. And here's a little design, and I'll do a little design inspiration. And of course, you can always, as always, you know, put them together any way you want. So as all of my kits come, you will get a bag with all of the components that you need in that bag. And so what you will receive in this kit is we're going to be using stretch now. So you will be receiving a 0.6 millimeter elastic piece of, and you'll get a generous amount of elastic. I'll probably give you, I don't know, 14 to 18 inches, something like that. But I will give you a generous amount. You do not need much, but in case, you make a cutting error or knotting error or something, I'll give you a little extra. So you'll get, of course, a generous amount of your stretch. And as you just saw me do it, we always make sure, guys, when we're making stretch bracelets, that we pre-stretch. This is the most important part, besides your knot, bar none, is this. Don't skip the pre-stretching step. The reason being, I've mentioned this before, I've made a lot of stretch videos, but it's been a while. So I'll mention it for some of you that may be new and have not caught my previous stretch bracelet videos. The reason we pre-stretch, and then we'll do surgeon's knots, and we'll do them 5 times, so we do not have to use glue. The reason that we pre-stretch is because over time, your stretch bracelets, if you do not pre-stretch your elastic, it does not matter the brand of elastic you're using. What will happen is within just 1 or 2 times of putting the bracelet on your wrist, you will be able to literally see stretch through it without pulling on it. It'll just look awful. Okay, and you don't want that. And of course, it will stretch over time, but my method is tried and true. My stretch bracelets, I've got dozens and dozens of them, last for years, and I make them and I gift them. I've never had them break on me once. So we want to make sure we're pre-stretching so that our bracelet looks the way that it's supposed to look. So we pre-stretch. So typically, guys, I usually will, after I pre-stretch, I'll go ahead and put a bead stopper on one end just to prevent my beads from falling off. And so what I'll do is I'll just do a little like a random pattern, but maybe not so random. Maybe I'll do something that actually is more symmetrical. Let's try that. Let's see what happens here. And again, you don't even need a needle on this particular elastic I'm giving you. It goes right through perfectly on your beads, so it's really good. All of the beads, even the 3 millimeters, are going to go right through this 0.6 millimeter elastic. So very, very happy about that. Very good selection here. And so that's what I've come up with. Just absolutely darling. And so what we do, guys, in order to tie our knot, is first we just go ahead and tie one regular knot. Okay, so we're going to pull everything together, okay, and make a regular knot. And then we're going to just try to pull it, don't, do too excessively, but give it a nice tug. Now we grab the bracelet and we are going to take each tail and crisscross them opposite underneath. Bring it back to the top. And now this is where we'll start our surgeon's knot. So we make a loop and put it through one of the tails through once and then a second time. And as I'm holding the other tail over here, and let me show you what just happened there. And hopefully you can see that. What that did was that just gave us a triple knot. It's called our surgeon's knot. It's a triple knot right there. Okay? And then we will pull that. And we're going to do that a couple more times. So we take and crisscross the tails underneath, pull them back to the top, and then we pull one tail through 2 times. It gives us our triple knot right here. We'll go ahead and give it a nice tug. We'll go under again, crisscross the tails underneath, pull them to the top. One more time. We put that through once and then twice. And there we have our triple knot right there. And we'll go ahead and pull that nice and tight. And now for our final and 5th knot, we crisscross, come to the top, do our final triple knot here. We will go ahead and pull that, and we'll pull it nice and tight. And then we will grab our scissors or our flush cutters. And what you're going to want to do, guys, is try not to cut it too close to your knot. Give it like, you know, a centimeter or so. And then, of course, because these are gemstones, it'll be a little more challenging to get your knots to, you know, force them through. I got half of mine through there because the holes are small, but it doesn't matter because it's stretched. You can hardly see it anyway. And I'll show you what we did. And that's what we have. And we have our turquoise stretch bracelet. So I hope you guys enjoy. That's one fun way to put these beautiful, darling little stretch bracelets together. They make really great gifts, especially